Oklahoma City is sorrow with an ugly introduction. Snow, heartaches, heartbreaks, headache. Look, growing up it wasn't no joke. Remember all we had was hope. All we did was soap. No detergent, wasn't no soap. I caught on
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, you know this guy too, Jeff Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Orlando Magic. We've seen a lot of quality basketball from this Magic team lately. They've been an absolute juggernaut, still undefeated on the season. Truly amazing. They've played extraordinary basketball night in, night out. And Devin Booker, the youngest player to ever score 70 in a single game. Jack, how impressive is that?
You know, it's so impressive that even Kyrie Irving mentioned that Booker's got the hit factor. Might set a few more records before it's done, honey.
Yeah.
Tonight on the sideline. Looking at the last game of the Phoenix Suns, it was a win against the Sacramento Kings.
Man, anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, and Greg, and I think it complements the starters when you can have such firepower coming off the bench.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And so, in the game for the Magic, money out there with Wayne Ellington. Then there's Jonathan Isaac, and there's Gordon, and it's Birch in at the center position. Here's Booker, on the dunk by Booker.
Did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. Won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Igor Kokoschka for a minute. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, guys, how hard a job is it to keep shooting percentage down?
It's going to be very difficult. I mean, they move the ball well. They've got players who can go off if the defense isn't solid through and through.
And, you know, that's the important part. You've got to be locked in defensively, countering their ball movement with active, aggressive, communicating defense. I mean, that's really the only way to keep their shooters from getting comfortable.
And that one's good, Ayton.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of 8 special.
It's hauled in by the Suns.
Well, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
Poke loose. And here we go with the back pass break. Money passes to Gordon. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And Gordon's jumping ability, combined with his reach, make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
Here's Van Fleet. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Bart, back when you were playing, what were the biggest challenges over the first third of the season you found?
Well, the travel is always a challenge, particularly early in your career. Just learning how to manage that. How do you rest? How do you get your work in? How do you stay focused mentally? So the challenge of travel and the details of your craft. And then establishing chemistry with your teammates. We were kind of in transition my first 3 years in Indiana, where we had new players each year. And that's one of the challenges with the team that's struggling to be competitive.
Here's Money. An outstanding game against Chicago. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And so quick off the ground is Isaac. I mean, a huge target for his teammates when he's looking for that lob.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hat. Now, here's the steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. 5 to shoot. And here's Booker from the arc. The shot, no good. And Orlando will come the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm in the offensive end.
Yeah, I thought they were terrific at getting the ball moved. Played so well together that night. Really shared the ball and looked for each other at a high level.
It's not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And although Gordon had never won a dunk contest, there's no doubt that he is one of the league's most lethal artists in the air.
Yeah, he really is. Creative, great bounce and strength. Was recorded at the combine with a 39-inch vertical off the floor, much higher than that at times. He's got great power, frame. You know, if you see Gordon coming down the lane with the shot, you better run for cover if you don't want to be posterized.
Here's Green, following the score by Aaron Gordon. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And Gordon using his cat-like quickness there to disrupt the pass, leading transition hoop.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. Now that we have a chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. Number 1, the Magic.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. To the inside. Here's Ayton. It's off the run. He leaves it in. Ayton's got his second basket of the night.
And that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
It's Money. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And folks, those are hops that you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. He makes things happen out there for sure.
That one goes. Counted.
Hey, major props to Josh Jackson. Made an intelligent play there. Has a good feel for when his guys have a clean look.
Let's go. Again, the Magic score.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots fall off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Ripped away. A solo pass break. Here's Money. Pushes it down to finish the break.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
Yeah, this is a big lead right now, a big one, and they've seized momentum and showing no signs of letting it go.
Here's Van Vliet. Here's Birch. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And already with a commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Here's Van Vliet. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring.
Yeah, they come out strong. Clearly, they've been the better team so far.
Now here's Booker. Ellington defending. They need
disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your scoring so far for the match.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
And that one misses. Suns trail by 17, and they double. Passes it to Jeffries. Offline with his three.
Haven't wasted
Brings the three-pointer.
himself and really made the most of it.
Timeout called. Obviously, everyone's looking for talent, but talk about some of the players whose work ethic sets them apart in your mind.
Jimmy Butler's work ethic, I think, made him into an all-star. Obviously had good size and athleticism, but refined his offensive game and is now a multi-time all-star, and his work ethic is top level. Any of the guys that you've seen impact their teams or come from low draft positions, say, man, this guy's work ethic made the difference.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the court.
Takes it off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points.
Here's Money. He's got 17. In the corner, it's Ellington. And stolen by Booker. Pass to Jeffries. From 12 feet out. And one right. It's off the rim.
Just doing the job on the back end.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Just 5 to shoot. There's the three. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
Hey, I tell you what, the contest on that shot was lacking. Very subpar, which is why the shooter buried it.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Jackson. He kicks to Warren. So Isaac, and he can't bank that one in. Here's Money. Power down after they led into the lane.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
Here is Jeffries. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Birch has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Isaac. Orlando again with the bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And here are the Suns now. After the Magic pick up 2. Warren kicks to Booker. Looking to end the run. Orlando grabs the miss.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now. With every miss, the pressure intensifies.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Suns. Wayne Dedrick comes in for Jackson. Nothing yet going outside. And McGee keeps it.
Put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the actual a shot. No good for Booker.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Man, they are doing some damage deep.
Which is the main reason partly they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Ellington, the pass to Money. Launches a three. Drills it from outside. Money's got 28 points for the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here's Booker. In Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Nice job cleaning some space out under the boards and setting himself up for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Jeffries kicks to Booker. That three off the mark.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Here's Gordon. Nice D from Warren.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You gotta protect the rim.
Mm-hmm. Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contention. Yes, indeedy. The ball under his legs in a dunk contest. He's one of the most dunkers we have in the game.
Warren kicks to McGee. Here's the dish to Booker. Checks up a three. A shot ball. Only a second bucket. 2
Likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Just 2 seconds in shot clock and game. Here's one.
That's an old-fashioned
Mystery World Champ. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
and a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
It'll count. And so it's the Orlando Magic up by 30 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Back right after this. Booker talks about the great intangibles of his young teammate Josh Jackson.
Plays super hard, does everything out there. His instincts are incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Just defensively and offensively, just knows where to be at the right time. Gets his hands on a lot of loose balls.
A nice weight bearing for sure. Booker providing offense, and Greg Jackson known for his defense.
And a young team hungry for improvement. Kevin, they're both looking to be a big part of that.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Yeah, exactly. Right from the start, Greg, they were looking to get out and run, sprinting to their opportunities.
Booker and Warren on the perimeter. JaVale McGee is out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Jeffries in at the point guard. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. The first free throw is good. Clark, when you play dominant, are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now is evolving to?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line. And what it means the game was created in the game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was getting good to the basket with big guys. Now with the three-point line, shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me. And I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't it?
Yeah, great point.
And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
The Suns shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. To the middle. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Passes it to Isaac. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And, you know, Isaac is a high percentage shooter. Takes good shots and makes a good percentage of them. And he's very skilled at getting position to throw it down on you.
To the middle. Here's Deadman. Offensive rebound. McGee, the pass to Jeffries. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Jeffries got 5 points so far. Orlando's gone along perfectly. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. Here's Money. He has 31. And no good. Out to the right wing. This one for 3. Jeffries can get it.
Oh, man, you know he would love to have that one over.
The drive by Gordon. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And Gordon is a guy who is going to take advantage of these drives to the basket. He's feast on it. Killer mindset.
And Lee pass to Jeffries. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Isaac rebound in this one. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate is always ready to share the shot.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
On pass to Warren, and it's Warren with the jam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Here's Gordon. They shut off that time, and Phoenix will come the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Magic.
And most of the damage being done by the backcourt. They've leaned on their guards big time, and the plan has worked to perfection. And the small ball approach has been the way to go.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Van Vliet passes to Jeffries. It doesn't go for him.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Van Vliet. Warren finds McGee. Gordon against Warren. Shot clock at 6. It's Gordon with the finish.
And this is Gordon's sweet spot. An awesome dunker who loves getting in tight and wrecking the rim.
The Suns have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to McGee. Here is Jeffries. Softly in the floor. Jeffries got 7 points.
Nice over there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
Money, and again it's the Magic from deep.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
Jeffries gets the Warren. Isaac with the steal. And now Isaac on the floor all by himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Terrific activity from Isaac. Excellent at using his length to get those steals.
For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting ball here in the second quarter.
Look at Jonathan Isaac. He was drafted overall in 2017. Is a bit of a project. Had a growth spurt late, so he has a tall frame that still needs to fill out and get stronger. But he's got a lot of potential. Pretty skilled for a big guy. Great physical tools, but needs some refinement.
And they feel down in Orlando, Clark, that Isaac has a lot of upside with his game.
And I concur with that, Kevin. I mean, this guy is long, he's athletic, he's got some versatility in his game, can put the ball on the floor. He could be comparable to a Giannis Antetokounmpo as he develops. Again, I don't like to always compare players one to another, but he's got that kind of look and potential about him.
And the first one comes. So for the Suns, Ayton, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Jackson in for T.J. Warren. And so it makes both from the line.
As we at halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Well, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Here's Ayton. Here's VanVleet. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle with their offense.
And Ellington. Here's Money. Oh, he jams it straight down.
And a good example there of why it's important to change this. Vitally important.
Relax for a second. Cook your toast. Learn that lesson there.
Green kicks to VanVleet. Pass to Jeffries. Just 5 on the clock.
Hold up.
Fires from 14. Here's Ayton. A beautiful rebound. Ayton's got his third basket of the night right there.
And the combination of quick that a lot of
It was the classic screen. But that screen deserves
Defender right out of the play.
Green kicks to Jackson. And he can't answer back. To the paint. Here's Gordon. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. Spanish style, physical basketball guy.
Back to VanVleet.
This team is struggling a bit right now. I hope he can find a rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, dot.
It's not bad for the sports like that, which has done.
All these guys great points, guys. Very concerning. I mean, you have to find an answer for it.
To the inside. Now, here's Ayton. Front Now here's Jackson. 17 points for him last game against Sacramento. Gets that one to ball after missing his first two.
Yeah, when he's this you gotta find a way to keep Jackson away from the goal.
And
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys, it is not that complicated. Goes up and go get it. I mean, straightforward call.
the Magic have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. So I'm sure they are making a point of this.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and giving himself chances at the line this quarter.
And for the Suns, shooting a pretty cool 37 minutes what they're looking for. Green with the ball. Picking him up. Jackson finds Green. Here's Van Vliet. Got a piece of it, but he recovers it. Back to Green. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Out to the right wing. No good from outside.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Here's Money. And he's going up. It's the alley-oop through.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember CA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Here's Van Vliet. And bedtime, also a missed shot.
Yeah, and that three-point shot really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Here's Money. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Money's got 53. Phoenix with the ball. There's 31 seconds left in the first half, and the shot goes in.
Oh, what an ugly start to this quarter. Only one of the
We got 22 seconds. second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. We've got Money. Aaron Gordon out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Birch into the 5, roaming the paint. Knocked away. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Suns. On the wing, Green. Outside Jackson. Green kicks to Ayton. Shot clock at 3. Here's Booker. Second shot opportunity. Got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Van Vliet passes to Jackson. Now Ayton. Here's Van Vliet. It's hauled in by Gordon.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Here's Money. Non-stop scoring machine here. Lob pass to Gordon. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
Moment here to check out some of the stats for Gordon. 3rd in steals, 4th in field goal percentage, and ranking among the top 5 league-wide in three-point percentage. You have to consider him among the elite shooters in the NBA.
And it's his lightning quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the 3rd.
Here's Money. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
It's the three-point bomb.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Kicks it out to Gordon. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Suns have got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Poked away.
You gotta be careful around him.
No, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this.
Well, you know, you gotta give credit. I mean, this way, not.
Here's Money, and he lays in the alley-oop.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the 3rd.
And a much-needed run, too, Greg. I mean, they've turned it up a notch. Really taking over now.
Green kicks to Booker. To halt the run, and it's good on the way in. Booker's got 7.
And if you're the guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And we'll get a look here where the shots have been coming from for him.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Shots.
The first one falls. JaVale McGee's checked in for Green. That one misses. We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns. trying to, in a positive way, affect change club.
Yeah, Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that, which they talk about it, most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life, that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
With it, and it's Gordon picking him up. McGee, the pass to Van Vliet, and the layup fall. 8 points for him.
Making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Down low. The shot's good from Ellington.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not aggressive enough. You got to put some physical.
Another steal to the inside. Outside Jackson. Now the pass to Van Vliet. Wide open look. There's the board. Birch has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of balls.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Here's money. He got it again. Sensational. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Van Vliet kicks to McGee. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Fades. And the shot is long. Orlando's gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Here's money. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Jackson with the 3. Offensive rebound. Got it. Good job on the low post. 9 points for Devin Booker.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now.
They've been looking at a single already.
To a standstill.
That's a foul called on money. That is his first foul of the game. Jeffries got 9 points.
A smart, decisive pass inside there.
And a smart he set more of that time, and he doesn't pull around, just straight to the rim.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, if the screen was in the right spot, his feet were set, you would have had to go straight through it, and that's not legal.
3-pointer. It's all in by the Magic. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game, as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Money.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on.
Here he comes, and there he comes.
Look at him. Punishment for him.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Jeffries kicks to McGee. Passes it to Devin. Warren for the win. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. In the corner, it's Ellington. And stolen by Booker. Fast break, here come the Suns. Jeffries, good. Jeffries got 4 points now.
well executed, and then you love a strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the plate. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
To the paint, and it's going to be out of bounds. The match will take it. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Golden State, things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And of course, the Suns right behind them, one spot down.
You know, this happens every year. A team outperforms expectations early. You wonder, is this just an anomaly, or is this something they can sustain?
What'll be interesting to me is to see if they can keep it up. I mean, but you're right. It's very early in the season. And
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around or through you to get to the ball.
Just fine to shoot. No good for Booker. Orlando's gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Hey, when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about playing basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
Puts it up from 17. That one wide left. Here are the Magic now. Birch the pass to Money. Inside. Booker pulls it in. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. Every team hopes to have a player on this list. A quick update down the top field goal percentage shooters in the NBA. You look at Isaac leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And of course, Wayne Ellington. Nearby, just a couple down.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
Out to the right wing. Birch. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Brings dishes to Warren. Yes, it's good. Jeffrey's got 6 here in this quarter. Here's Money. Pass to Birch. Some nice ball movement by the Magic.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Denton in the high post. Stolen by Gordon. Here's Money. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Jeffrey's against Denton. Front pass the arc. 7 rebounds.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up on it. Down hard.
And you just, that's going to have a big effect on this team. I mean, their blood has to be pumping after that one, and the heart rate racing a little faster, too.
2 seconds to break the shot clock in game clock. And stolen by Ellington. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break.
And I think that play he sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart defensively, turning into easy points.
And so it's Orlando, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we'll be back with you shortly. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays, night in and night out.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Well, Phoenix shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Here is Jeffries. Lots of room. Ellington's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And for the Magic, we've got Isaac on the out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Burge into the 5 down low. Jeffries can't get it to go.
That's unacceptable shot selection there, Kevin. I mean, why on earth did he think that was a good look?
For 3, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
Defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Burge grabs the board. Burge has got 11 rebounds in the game. Isaac. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Jeffries good.
That's how you move basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Money passes to Burge. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any.
Yeah, that was no defense at all there. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Fast break fundamentals, center of the ball, runs two wings on each side, have another guy set up from outside, last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin, and I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the 3 when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the 3 in transition versus the primary break fashion.
See a lot of turnovers, too, missed opportunities on the break.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right, guys trying to get that ball out to the 3 instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
And here we go with the Magic fast break for the finish. Hammers it home to finish off the break.
And how about the fast hands and then getting right out in transition?
Well, turn the defense into offense, Greg. Outstanding effort there. Swiped it away with ease. Off they went.
The faster roll. Puts it up from 17. And the Suns missing it. The Magic have gone outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Burge's shot's good. Burge has got 17 now, just in the second half.
3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The
Gordon trying to break loose. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Magic.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close range points. You got to have those.
So he gets them both. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kevin. The teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
Kicks to Jeffries. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Here's the 3.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Pass to Money. Shot from the top of the key, and it's Orlando with another.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes White House, some slick passing on that one.
The Magic have got 3 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Here's Money.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught.
Tonight, channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Pass to Howard. You know, there's always this debate, Clark, that the best teams 20 years ago beat the best teams of today.
I think there would be some compelling matchups, and I think you would find winners on both sides from different eras. I really do. It's hard to compare just because of the difference in eras and periods, but really good championship teams typically could handle most teams in the current era. I believe that in all sports. So compelling matchups, and I do think some teams from a couple of decades ago could handle some of the teams that we see winning championships now.
Phoenix has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Here is Jeffries. Lobbed up there for Howard. They can't stop the run with that one.
Highlight play all the way. Oh! Wow! And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You have to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Here is Jeffries. He's covered by Isaac. No coverage, that's
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
Here's Ellington. He's looking for... Oh, man.
Watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of the young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
And there's the pass to Jeffries. Kobo. Second chance effort, and against the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Such a great rebounder, athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses. Well, it's been a terrific career for Dwight Howard. I mean, you think about it, he's dominated at both ends of the floor, and obviously one of the outstanding rebounders of all time. Who else would put up 30 and 30 in a game at age 32? That's going for the cycle, 30, 30, 30.
Hold up.
And of course, there's been some debate. Will he be voted into the Hall of Fame?
Well, I think he's got a pretty strong case. Long-term success and consistency. Pretty impressive individual numbers. I mean, his numbers compare favorably with Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Elvin Hayes. Rings are important in building your resume, but I think he's got enough on warrant getting there without a championship.
And that one, good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
To the middle. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
The Suns shoot here in the fourth quarter around 41%. And that's a foul called on money. There'll be a second foul of the game. It always seems that coaches get fired a lot, and there's kind of the rotating names there. But the GMs who hire them stay in place. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you know, it's fairly complex, Kevin. I don't know if we have enough time to delve in it effectively here, but my initial feeling is every circumstance is a little different, and sometimes it's a little easier to move the coach than the general manager for whatever reason. But there should be more accountability for GMs, not just for who they draft, but also who they hire as coaches. So I'm mixed, but I kind of understand why sometimes the coach is a little more readily expendable.
Here's Isaac. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
How about the leaping ability of Isaac? When he's got a head of steam like that, he's a threat to jam it home every time.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Pass to Mutton.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
Yeah, that's a momentum changer for sure. You got to like the steal and the finish at the other end. That's the thing, paying that steal off with the finish.
Not loose. Nabbing another steal. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Wiping the ball away with just such ease. And that's how you make steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so, it was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some hits to offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. This guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
See, they're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And you know, Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots.
McGee on the McGee.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. You want old school on you young fellas. Look that up.
Here's money. And good. He hits it again. That's 91, an incredible feat.
This is
office here. I'm open to change, but I think there needs to be more radical change from what I've heard and read. So I think keeping it the way it is fine. So I think that tradition aspect of it is what I'm hanging my hat on. Anytime you try to manipulate matchups, though, to me, is walking down the wrong road. So, in my opinion, we should stay with the conferences for that.
I like that thought. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Magic.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences.
It's Orlando with the three.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to win this one.
And, you know, this is what's needed in this game, Greg. The best teams know how to close it.
9 seconds separating the shot clock. Shoots the three. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here are the Suns now. Jeffries kicks to dead. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Sweetney. Here's McGee. And the bucket gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
It's just a solid offense. No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, will be rather flat.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin.
That's exactly right. The way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it. That's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.